Last month, I made $146,000 using a trading strategy that's so simple that it's almost boring. It's based on one core principle that the biggest investment banks in the world, like Goldman Sachs, use to trade billions of dollars every single day. I'm going to teach you that strategy for free. I'll show you why it works, the exact setups to look for, and then I'll show you how I even automated it to make it completely hands-free. First, the proof. Last month, I made $146,915 after fees and commissions. I was targeting a 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio, and I won 82% of my trades, and I only lost 17% of my trades. This is not luck. This is the result of applying a simple mechanical strategy over and over again. Now let's hop on the chart so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. My entire strategy is built on one concept: trading at key liquidity levels. These levels are the open, high, and low prices of previous trading sessions. The specific sessions that we are looking at are London session, Asia session, and New York session. All of the big banks and hedge funds trade specifically during the start and the end of these sessions, and wherever the highs and lows are at in these sessions are wherever people had really big orders. There's a reason for this. A former Goldman Sachs trader, often called the godfather of institutional order flow, famously explained that banks don't look at charts the way that we do. They look at where the most orders are clustered. And where are most of the orders? Above recent highs, where breakout traders have their buy stops, and below recent lows, where long traders have their stop losses. These levels are massive pools of liquidity. The banks know this, and they engineer moves to these levels to trigger these orders and to fill their own large positions. Our job is not to fight them, it's to trade with them. If you've ever taken a trade, gotten stopped out, and then price continues to move in the exact direction that you wanted it to move, this is an example of the banks hunting your stop loss. It's not necessarily that they're out to get you, it's just that you are using outdated retail trading strategies that are literally designed to fail. Whereas I am identifying the key levels beforehand and positioning, so I'm not surprised when price makes a big move. I'm positioned. I have found that this strategy works best on ES and on NQ. The first thing that we are going to do is we are going to go on the 15-minute time frame, and we are going to mark out the untested highs and lows of the London, New York, and Asia trading session. I know that sounds super complicated, but it's actually ridiculously easy, and it'll take you under 30 seconds. All you have to know is the start and stop times of each session, and then you can literally just find the highest point of that session, the lowest point, and then mark it out. I'll put an overlay up so that you can screenshot it and keep it in your notes, but just to refresh your memory, the New York session starts at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and goes until 5 p.m. The London session goes from 3 a.m. to 12 noon, and the Asia session goes from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. Right here, you can see that this line is the high of the Asia session, meaning this is the highest that price was during the Asia session. This is the low right there. And the key thing here is that these highs are untested, right? We don't want to use any level that's already been broken through. For example, this was a high, but then when it got broken through, it got tested, meaning it's no longer a very important level. Now, the key thing here is that we are looking for a reaction off of these untested levels. The reaction that I like to look for off of highs is a rejection, meaning price comes up just like so, hits this high, and then rejects, meaning it moves down. Our goal as traders is to simply identify that there's some weakness happening around this high, get into shorts, and then ride this move down. A strategy that I like to use is starting off on the 15-minute time frame to identify the levels, and then when I'm actively looking for trades, I like to go down to the 5-minute time frame to see exactly how price is reacting to these levels, and if price is showing any weakness, like it was right here, we can go ahead and take some shorts. You can see that price failed to close over this level on all the time frames, the 5-minute, the 1-minute, and the 15-minute, meaning we are good to enter some shorts looking for a 1-to-3 or a 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio. Now I'm going to go into market replay real quick just to show you exactly how I like to execute on this setup. Right here, we can see that this level is showing lots of strength. Every single time price touches this level, it shows a very strong reaction. As long as we do not have a full 15-minute candle closure under a level, we can still consider it untested. Now, if I go down to the 5-minute time frame, you can see that price is very clearly showing some signs of strength. The second price dropped below this level, we immediately came back over it, meaning it is now time to enter some longs. So we are going to go ahead and get into a long position right here, just like so, and see how this plays out. Looking good, looking good. We are about to hit our take profit for 40 points. Boom, take profit hit, 40 points. So just to refresh your brain, we just went over two setups. The first setup is a rejection setup where we are looking for price to reject off of an untested high. This is a setup where we are looking to take shorts. We're looking to place our stop loss at about 10 points, targeting 40 points, giving us a 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio. The next setup that we went over was taking a bounce trade off of an untested low. Now, the final setup. This is my favorite setup too because it's my best performing setup. Out of all of my profits, this setup is probably responsible for about 60 to 70% of all of my trading profits. I call this setup the 8 a.m. break and retest. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go on ES futures, you're going to go on the 15-minute time frame, and then you're going to mark out the first 15-minute candle from 8 to 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from the bottom of the wick all the way to the top of the wick, and then you're going to double click on the rectangle, check the midline, and make sure that you have either a dotted midline or something, right? As long as it's something that you can clearly see the midpoint. The reason we are so focused on the midpoint is because the midpoint is actually a big area of liquidity as well. What's going on right here is that institutions are buying, right? They're buying and they're causing price to move up, meaning everybody who is in shorts from this point or below is now at a loss. So all these people are now trading at a loss. So the second that price comes back down to their entry, what are they doing? They are immediately getting out of their shorts. They're panic selling their shorts, which actually means they're taking longs because the opposite of a short is a long. So when you're closing your short, you're getting into longs, which further causes more move up, which further pushes price up because when you're covering your shorts, you're adding buying pressure to the market. The same exact thing happens on a break and retest to the downside as well. It's just longs are covering instead of shorts. The institutions know this happens, guys. There's a reason that we are trading with the institutions and not against them. Now, once you have this 15-minute candle marked out, you're going to wait for 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time before taking any trades. Whichever direction price breaks out to at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is the direction that you are going to be targeting when you take your entry. Right here, you can see that we had a beautiful bounce exactly off of this midpoint, and then we had a 15-minute candle closure over this level, further confirming that price was indeed moving up. And on that specific trade, we had a 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio, catching exactly 40 points. Real quick, I'm going to go on market replay just to show you guys exactly what this setup looks like in real time when it's playing out, because it's very important that you understand exactly what's going on and why this midpoint is so important. So right here, you can see that we are on the 15-minute time frame, but we're actually going to go ahead and go down to the 1-minute time frame just so we can see exactly how price is going to react to this midpoint, if it's going to have a strong reaction or if it's going to have a weak reaction. Boom. Right here, we can see that we are having an incredibly strong reaction the second price touches that midpoint. That is an extremely bullish sign. We're also having 5-minute candle closures over the midpoint. And then when we have that final 15-minute candle closure over the midpoint, we entered some longs, and then we caught that beautiful 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio trade, making us 40 points. If you're wondering what all these graphics are on my chart, it's because I have an algorithm that fully executes this strategy in an automated manner, meaning I don't have to be in front of my computer. I just plug in this algorithm and it executes these trades for me because this strategy is purely mechanical. So we just took the rules from this strategy and then put them into code, and here we have this bot. And now we have this algorithm. Also, just so you guys know, this strategy takes losses. Every single strategy takes losses. My win rate with this strategy is currently at around 68%. I know that you saw I had an 82% win rate last month. I had a better month than usual, just full transparency. I usually take a little bit more losses than I do last month. So just wanted to show you guys what it does look like when this strategy does not play out, because that'll happen sometimes. That's part of trading. So here is an example where we actually took a winning trade, but we did end up trailing our stop loss because price was just moving not exactly how we wanted it to move. So algorithm auto trailed the stop loss, and we ended up only catching a 1-to-1 risk to reward, which is nice because we still made, a few $1,000s, but was not a big winner by any means. And then right here, we had a candle closure that made it look like we were going to have a beautiful rejection off of this high. So we entered some shorts and we got stopped out, right? But it's all good because when we take losses, they're very small, they're 10 points. And when we take wins, they're very big. As you have seen, they are 40 points, right? So if on average, your winning trades are this big and your losing trades are this big, at the end of the year, your winning trades are gonna be a giant big bucket and your losing trades are just gonna be a small drop in that bucket and they won't even matter. These are my favorite 3 setups. I don't need anything else. So this strategy is simple, it's profitable, but it does have one major flaw. I have to be there to trade it. And if I'm being honest, that's where I realized that I was the weakest point in my own trading. And many people using my system struggled there as well. See, we are all human. We make mistakes, and to be completely honest with you guys, I began my trading journey for one thing: freedom. And that's all. The problem with manually trading this strategy is, first, the time commitment. I had to be at my desk every day from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. every single day waiting for these setups. I was chained to my screen, I was missing family events, I could not travel, and my life literally revolved around the market open. Second, the emotional stress. Even with a mechanical strategy, it is impossible to be 100% emotionless. I would hesitate on entries, thinking to myself, okay, well, what if this is the one that fails? I would cut my winners way too early because I'd be afraid of giving back profits. I would revenge trade after a loss, trying to make it back. I was literally my own worst enemy. And then finally, missed opportunities. Some of the best setups happened overnight during the London or the Asia session while I was sleeping. So I was missing out on some pretty huge moves. And I would wake up in the morning and see a perfect setup that I missed, and I would just be so immensely frustrated. I knew that the strategy worked, right? The data proved it, but I also knew that I was the weakest link in the system. I needed a way to remove myself from the equation. So that's exactly what I did. I hired a team of developers, and we spent the last 2.5 years building an algorithm that trades this exact strategy 100% automatically. We call it the RP liquidity bot. This bot does everything that I just taught you, but it does it with the discipline of a machine. It trades 24/7. It catches the setups in New York, London, and Asia, so you're never missing an opportunity. It's 100% emotionless, meaning it will take every valid setup without fear or without hesitation. It holds winners to their targets without greed, and it takes small losses without getting angry or without getting mad. It's also completely hands-free. Once it's set up, it runs on its own. You don't need to be at your computer. You can be at the gym, at your job, with your family, and the algorithm is actively trading for you. Look at this equity curve, right? This is 5 years of trading data. Obviously, it's not going to be a straight line up. There are drawdowns because that's a normal part of trading, but the trend is consistently up and to the right. This is the power of automating a proven, boring strategy. If we look through the trade examples, you can see that this algorithm takes lots of consistent wins, and obviously sometimes it does have a small loss, but the key thing is that we are taking more wins than losses, and that our losing trades are not big, right? Sure, we have a loss every now and then, but the losers don't wipe us out, as you can clearly see with the P&L curve. This is an example on a 100K account, and this account is up 171% over the last 5 years. And obviously, if the losses were to take us out, this account would be up 0. So you literally cannot argue with the data. This data shows that we have taken 3,430 trades over the last 5 years, and out of those trades, 79% of them were profitable, meaning we are winning 4 out of every 5 trades. But we didn't stop there. We realized that different traders have different goals, so we built a full suite of algorithms, each designed for a specific purpose. Another great system is our prop firm scalper. This is a high-frequency mean reversion bot with one goal: to systematically and safely pass prop firm challenges. It has an extremely high win rate and a very low drawdown, which is exactly what you need to meet the profit target without violating the strict drawdown rules. It's a sniper. Let's take a deeper look into the backtests and some recent setups from the bot. Here's the 5-year backtest for everybody. This bot capitalizes on a mean reversion strategy. So what this bot is doing is it's applying the same principles that we talked about with liquidity and with everything that the institutions are doing, but it's executing on a much smaller time frame. Right here, you can see that we have taken some shorts right here. We also took some shorts right here, and then we took some shorts right there, and we exited perfectly before price had that big spike up. Mean reversion simply means that whenever price is overextended, right? So when price is up a lot or down a lot, price is probably going to return to the mean, or in other words, the average, and our bot capitalizes on that by taking the appropriate positions. This is a scalping bot, so as you can see, it's in trades for minutes, right? It's not in trades for days, it's in trades for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe an hour sometimes. Now, in addition to that system, we built a sophisticated trend following system that operates on higher time frames. This move is designed to be patient, but it's designed to capture the big moves within the day that are responsible for the majority of market returns. It has a slightly lower win rate, but the winners are significantly larger than the losers. This is the bot that you use to compound your capital over the long term in a personal account or in a big funded account. Let's take a look at some setups and some results from this algorithm as well, so we can break it down. Right here, you can see that we have the 5-year backtest, and you can see that out of 2,599 trades, we are up 1,000%, and we have won 53% of those trades with a profit factor of 1.3. Right here, you can see that we entered some longs, then we took profit right there. Also entered some longs here, and then we took profit there. Right here, we had a very small loss, pretty much break even. Like I said, guys, this algorithm is great for catching big moves. Right here, we were able to catch some shorts all the way down to here. We were also able to catch some longs down here on our way up here. Another example of us catching that nice big move. And then we rode some shorts on this downtrend as well. We took some shorts here, took profit here, took some shorts there, took profit there. If I look through the recent results, you can see that we have a nice win of 8 grand, small loss, and some more nice wins. Small loss, some more nice wins. This is what trading is about, everybody. So we have a full suite of tools. Whether you want to get funded, build long-term wealth, or trade a proven liquidity strategy completely automated. Now, backtests are cool and all, but I want to show you this running on my live account. This is not a demo account. This is not a simulation. This is a live $300,000 funded account with Apex Trader funding. I am now going to do a live login into this account and show you exactly what's going on. All right, everybody. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a live broker login into my $300,000 Apex account. Here we go. You guys can see that I am up $3,534. And if I go to my report for the last week or so, you can see that I have made $3,534 and we have taken 9 trades. And yeah, there's absolutely nothing to hide, guys. I'm showing you guys everything. We had a few small losses, but ended the week and currently sitting at a profit of around $3,534. We also have the prop firm bot, which I just started running a few days ago, but you guys can see that just today, we have already made $100 on that account. We're trading really, really light, so keep in mind that your profit will likely be larger if you are using a funded account. Obviously, we run these algorithms on multiple different accounts. These accounts are just demonstrations. I run both of these algorithms on my personal live account too, which is way bigger. You guys can see that these are the same exact trades that I showed you in the beginning of the video when we were going over the setups, right? We took a few scalps right here. We made $30, $30 or $50. And then we made $20, bringing us to a total profit of $100 on the day. Keep in mind, we are up $100 today per contract. So most people are trading more than one contract. Most people are trading 5 or 10 or even 20. We're just trading one. Just wanted to go ahead and show you guys a live broker login so you can see that this algorithm is connected to my live accounts, executing daily, day in, day out. The truth is that you have 2 paths. Path A is the 95% path. You can keep trying to do it all yourself. You can spend the next 3 to 5 years learning, blowing accounts, dealing with the emotional stress, and hoping you eventually figure it out. Or you can choose path B, the 5% path, the path of the hedge funds and professional traders. You can get access to a suite of institutional grade algorithms that are based on a decade of proven data. You can have them deployed in your account and running for you by this time tomorrow. If you're ready to stop guessing and start operating a real data-driven trading business, I want to invite you to book a call with me and my team. On this call, our goal is not to try to sell you anything. We will look at your specific situation, your goals, and we will help build you a custom plan to get you from where you are now to being consistently profitable. We'll show you the systems, answer every single one of your questions, and see if this is the right fit for you. And we back this up with a 100% performance guarantee. If the algorithms are not profitable for you in your first 90 days, we will give you a full refund on your license fee. We only want to work with traders who are winning, and we are so confident in our product that we are able to give that guarantee. There's a link in the description below, and keep in mind that spots are extremely limited because we do a white glove onboarding for every single one of our clients. So if you're serious, click the link and book your call now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got a ton of value from it. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could drop a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next week.